Hey everyone, welcome to the Triangle Hustle podcast, where life, hustle, and construction collide in the heart of California. Everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Dude, it's July.
The half of the year's gone by.
Half of the year is gone.
Yeah.
So-
How's everybody doing?
You know, I'm excited to say that. So with regards to Safety Vibe, we're growing. I'm looking to hire some more people for the team because thank God in California, the opportunities are, endless right now. So I'm really excited about that. I haven't had any luck yet, but, I've got some good candidates lined up. So I'm excited.
Are you looking to hire like on the sales team, on the back end?
On the sales team to start.
Okay.
And then once we get more volume, because I have some really, really, really good team, and we're using AI to allow us to do more with our time. So we're going to increase first on the sales side. If it increases and impacts the warehouse, which I'm sure it will, then we will add a team member there. But so I'm really excited. So actually, it's brought me to think about my leadership and how to level up, my mindset to be a good leader. I just hired a coach. Her name is Angie, and her company is called Leader Sauce.
And you said leader sauce?
Leader Sauce. So put a little leader sauce on your taco.
Little leaders. Does she make other sauces?
Yes.
Like buttermilk ranch?
No, it's all chingona leadership sauce.
Oh, that's good sauce.
Yes, and I must say, I've only had 2 sessions with her, and she has already affected, my perspective and kind of put me on check to see what my habits and what my routines, where my clarity is when it comes to my business, and of course, on my personal life, I'm having a very eye-opening experience because I am already older, but I realized it's never too late to change, never too late to make better decisions, improve communication, lead the team, meet them where they're at with regards to development, match my leadership style with their development level. And it's just thinking that I just didn't even, didn't even think like, okay, look at each individual, and she has me grading them and just doing work that I'm really enjoying.
That's a key sign of good leadership, though. That's a key indicator of being a good leader, is to understand that you don't know everything, number one, and there's always room for growth. So you got to really be humble in the sense that, wait a minute, I've hit this level. Now I want more. Now I want to learn more. That's like the best sign of good leadership, is to understand that there's always room for growth, and that you're able to accept learning something new and bringing someone in to make the team better.
Yes. Yeah. And to be, to lead by example and to do the things that you would want somebody else to do because it will benefit them. Mm-hmm. And it could be at work, it could be your friends, it could be your family, where, as the more you learn, like they say, the reward of our success is amplified when we share it with other people.
Yeah.
And we're able to help them also, level up through an example or going on the journey with them, doing a workout with them, and so on. Mm-hmm. And like you just said, showing that even at my age, at the level of in my career, with my business.
For those of you who barely turned in for the first time, that's 34 years old, ladies and gentlemen. So even at 34, she's still growing.
He's my best friend. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so that's just really exciting for me. So I do want to give a shout out to Angie. You're a blessing. If you guys need help with any type of coaching, Leader Sauce is the place to be. You won't believe how competitive her pricing is, but the quality of the information is definitely life-changing.
I got to meet this Angie.
You do.
Okay.
You do.
Bet.
Yes. How about you? Yes.
Ladies first.
Yes, ladies first. Beautiful ladies first.
About updates.
Yeah.
Well, I've been, working, continuing my Bible study, going, church and stuff. But updates that I have going, actually, 2 weeks ago, I spoke at the Applicant Attorneys Association. So I was one of the panel speakers, and pretty much it was like a debate, but that was pretty cool in being kind of like, the hot seat and having attorneys ask you questions and attack your perspective.
Sure.
So that definitely.
So how'd you feel? Were you nervous? Were you?
You know what? I wasn't nervous, but I think I was also, so my car, that's why it's in the mechanic, my car broke down and the AC stopped working. So I was going to San Diego with no AC, dude. I'm so happy I didn't do my makeup. Dude, I was sweating, I was pouring. I was like, oh, I'm so mad. But I was like, no, I can't even be mad right now. Like, this is materialistic. But I'm like, dude, I have a confidence. I need to speak. Like, I'm stripping, literally. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever. And I get there, and it's a nice place, dude. This is like a nice ass, like, sorry, I cussed. It's a nice, beautiful, it's out in Carlsbad, beautiful 5-star resort. And I'm pulling up, and because I'm cheap, so I don't want to pay for
parking either.
I'm like,
and I'm already sweating, but I'm not doing it.
But late parking, no. I was like, give me the word, where can I pay? And they're like, oh, paying parking's that way. So I go up there, and I'm all sweating, and all these nice cars, and I'm like, man, out of all the days that. The day I'm actually like supposed to be all glammed up and I'm not, but I was like, you know what? They're here to hear me. So who cares?
And you're
how
a natural
I look?
beauty, so come on.
I don't care. I was just sweating.
She's a natural beauty, but can you imagine if she valeted? The valet guy gets in, he's probably like, smells like swamp acid.
My car was pretty sticky, so I'm not gonna lie about that. I was like, oh no. It's funny. But yeah, anyways, but I wasn't, because I was just like over it. Like my body was like, all right, let's get this done. And like, but it was a interesting, good experience. And I'm very grateful to be, because the gentleman right next to me, they were both like 25 plus years. The guy's like at LA County. He manages all the claims for like the fire department, police department. And the guy next to me has been a defense attorney for 25 plus years. So like just the knowledge, like everything, it was amazing. But talking about that, I do have I have 2 upcoming events. One is another claims conference out in San Diego, and that's for all insurance people, adjusters, anyone that gets involved with risk management. It's going to be out in San Diego and end of September 24th to 27th. And then we have a veterans conference where I'm just going to be the MC, so I'll be bringing up the people who are veterans and awarding them and their businesses. And being 4th of July, because I'm not involved, my family's never served, but really hearing other people's stories, what they've gone through, the hardships, man, it just really made me feel like you guys are so courageous, strong, and you guys give everything,
Yes.
And hearing.
And they deserve support.
Oh, yeah.
Health-wise, mental health-wise, start their own business. They need support because they do come back with challenges. They go through something that us 3 right here wouldn't even imagine to see with the 2 eyes in our head. So anyway, go ahead with your story.
No, but talking about the combat stories that they share with me, friends that have died next to them, the drug problems they face, they go back into traumas. Like, some of those guys I was speaking to, they were at Iraq. They saw all that nasty stuff. Some of them have family members returning from Gaza, and the things I hear, because they don't share this on the news. It's a lot, when you have to kill a kid because they're in the opposite, or the kid has bombs, and you just feel bad. You just have to run them over, like things like that. And having that perspective, working with them, really just puts me like, wow, like. It just makes me feel really grateful to be surrounded by them, and knowing that there's a community, but there's also so many people that don't reach out because they have trauma. They have a lot of trauma, and you look at the homeless. There is a population of homeless people that are veterans.
Yes. It makes me very angry with the government because they sacrifice everything, whether they're parents or whether they're children that, they turn 18 and they go, and then they come back and we we see them homeless, or we see that they're mentally ill and they're like on the, like they've been discarded when they sacrificed everything for this country.
Yeah.
Now I do understand also that, you know, they come back with trauma, with PTSD. So sometimes what makes sense for a regular person doesn't make sense for them. And, you know, here in California, if you're an adult, they can't force you into any type of, you know, help or, but sometimes it's like, we should put a little bit more thought. I'm talking about as a country, right? As a government, to meet, like we were just saying, to meet these veterans where they're at and find a way to get them better, because they deserve it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the update with my 2 events. What about you, Frank?
Oh man, where do I start? Life at Arrow is lifing, as they say. I hate that term. Life is lifing. That's so stupid. Or the other one I hate, when someone's at the airport and they take a picture of the plane and they're catching flights, not feelings. You guys are stupid. Stop doing that dumb shit, because we all know. We all know. But no, we hired a new sales rep over at Arrow. Shout out to Arrow. And we've trained him up, and I feel really good about this kid.
How long has he been with you now?
He's coming up on 2 months.
Nice.
First weekend, he closed like 5 deals.
Wow,
but
winner.
We took
Ding,
our
ding,
time.
ding, ding.
Like, we took our time with him. Like the ride-alongs, I spent weeks with this guy before I unleashed him into the world.
Yeah.
He spent, and I'm sorry you had to spend so much time with Marisol, but I know you loved it.
Can I make a request for the social media? Can we have more Marisol on your page?
Yeah, I'm not in control.
And that's why I want to make a
of
request
that.
for
You know, we a
What's
couple
got to
years
come from
ago.
Marisol?
But
Marisol's gotta be the one that, let's do
there's
this.
something in the works.
There is, good.
in the social media. So chances are a good friend of ours is going to take over that pretty soon, and,
Okay.
and it's going to change. Because I really, and I'll say it here because I don't give a shit. I don't like where our social media is at right now.
I think it would be cool if maybe she's talking like, "Hey, we have this going on," because all I see is something's the back of you guys.
I
or
mean,
your
to
back,
be
or
honest,
like
we're
switching.
paying this social media team, and I don't care if you hear it, money to do a job that they're not doing, and they continuously use outdated and recycled stuff. So the whole theory behind that was for me to step away and focus more on Arrow, but it's like, I was looking at it the other day, and I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm happy that I don't have access and I don't have to look at Instagram and post reels and post that, because that really is time consuming.
is.
Yeah.
And so it has allowed me to focus on what really matters, and that's closing deals and hiring people like Ivan,
Which is
great.
is the whole point. I mean,
But-
our social media helps us, but you're
Yeah.
still doing like the blood of
Yeah,
situation.
but everybody feels the same way you do. They want to see more Marisol. I could see her every day. Sick and tired of you, Marisol.
Well, I just want to throw in, my social media is run by my daughter Jordan.
Your social media is
and
booming.
Yeah, yours is booming.
Yeah, I like it.
And it's
She
natural and it's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
She had a reel where she was talking about the temperature of water, because you know it's hot, and we'll get into a new industry standard here real quick. And the reel got over 100,000 views and hundreds of comments. So for her, because she's still a beginner, especially using social media for a business. But when I saw that, you know me, I'm like, holy shit!
There you go.
And she was wearing these awesome whip ray glasses by Global Glove. Shout out to Global Glove. Comments on the glasses, and it was just proof to her that she's learning. She's learning on her own. She does have a an actor background. She's directed plays and all that stuff, but she's done such a good job at applying it to the business and bringing information to our customers, that the customers will tell me, "Hey, is that your daughter?"
Yeah, but that also shows you that that's what the audiences want. They
Oh
want
my God!
information.
Yes,
So,
if
like,
your
whenever-
customers are calling you to comment and to compliment the social media and the information, I just tell Jordan, man, Jordan.
That's
No
what-
one's
that's what-
complimented ours.
Oh,
yeah, 'cause
yeah.
it's like you have
No
to give
one-
the audience what they want.
And no one has even liked it. And I can't check the followers because I don't have access to our Instagram. I don't even know why I don't have access to our Instagram. But I want to see how many people are following us today as opposed to like 6 months ago. I'm pretty sure the numbers are dead.
Yeah.
But
and that's another thing I love about Jordan is she checks her own. What do you call those
analytics?
Yes.
We would go to events and we were easily recognized, and because back when we were in control, it would be a whole lot of Marisol, a whole lot of Frank and shenanigans, right? And I think we need to go back to that somehow, some way. But in a more,
it is important.
In kind of like what Jordan's doing, like in a more natural way. I feel like everyone's using this cookie cutter approach, and it's the same stuff. It's the same images of the trucks and the this, and there's no more personality.
No, and people want genuine. They love it.
Genuine,
and they want consistency because Jordan's doing something like all the time, and they're like, "Oh man, I open my phone, the customers, and I see your daughter first, and I'm like, oh,
yeah, that stuff is played out. That stuff we were doing 6 years ago." You know, so now it's genuine, articulated, real people, real talk. So we're going to look into that. But things that are going good. Ivan's working out fantastic. We took our time with him, and I think, and I enjoyed that process.
Well, that's who you are. You're a leader.
Yeah, and I super enjoyed it, and I was back out in the field. Subsequently, our sales increased dramatically because I'm the GOAT. And but you know, that was cool. So Arrow's great. Kirk's great. Everyone in there is great. So that on the business side, trash is trash. There hasn't been any crazy price hikes or spikes or anything like that. Let me
ask you on the trash is trash side. So you know how there was that big fire right there in Boyle Heights?
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Boyle Heights. So it was a big freezer, right? And that the concern is that there's hundreds of thousands of pounds of meat. So how does that, where is that classified in regards to trash?
What's organic material? So it has to go to one of two specific landfills.
So does Aero mess with that?
No, we don't do that.
Okay.
It's got to go through companies like Republic or Athens. They'll take it. They specialize in organic. We're construction.
Oh, got it.
So we deal.
Ooh, imagine all the dead meat though. Oh, I can imagine it. I wonder if you can smell it like as you go towards.
I've heard people that live there and say yes, you could see. I mean, you guys saw the fires, and when it was on fire, you saw like.
Well, we could see it from right here. Yeah.
It
was even from Ontario, you could smell it.
Yeah.
The fire. But just having all that toxicity, and I understand the people's perspective because it's like it's a low income neighborhood. Yeah. So like I don't know if you guys have seen.
You'd be surprised.
That little area.
Oh, in Vernon, yes,
where that specific spot was because there's a lot of people old. And you know, because I see these old women, and you're asking my tia. My tia is like 77 years old, and she's old and she can't move, and like, she needs help. And I see all these like poor women who are like, oh, I can't even open my window. I don't have AC in the house. I have to smell the detox, and it's like they want that place to be cleaned up and they want it out because they don't want for that thing to reoccur again.
Yeah.
So
and it's
I
not
don't
that,
know.
and then, but the thing is that they can't do it that fast. There's all these regulations and stuff. So
everything moves so slow. It's got to be manifested and tracked and documented if they do it the right way. But sometimes when I'm up late at night and I'm having all these weird thoughts, I think maybe China's gonna buy all that meat and make chicken nuggets out of it.
Oh, maybe.
For the Chinese McDonald's. I don't know. Hey, I heard this personal trainer the other day on Instagram. He's telling like his people, you better not be eating chicken nuggets because they use iguana ass to make chicken nuggets.
Well, I heard they put human shit in the hamburgers. Human being flesh in the hamburgers.
There's not enough chickens for chicken nuggets, according to the science.
That's what I heard.
There's not enough chickens
just like
in the
there's
world.
not enough cows for the hamburgers.
So according to this personal trainer, I don't know where you're at, but I thought it was hilarious that you said they're using iguana butt to make chicken nuggets. And
do iguanas have butts? I guess. I
think everything has an ass,
but can you imagine the size of an iguana butt? It's not much.
I think.
How's it going to even help with the chicken nugget thing?
Tune into our next episode where we talk about
if I was gonna say something on TikTok that we have a shortage on the McDonald's nugget, I would pick an animal that has a big ass butt that's really gonna impact helping making the chicken nuggets.
Like a hippopotamus.
But an iguana butt is probably this big.
But there's a lot of iguanas.
There is a lot of iguanas in Mexico.
Yeah.
Is there?
In Mexico, yeah.
But let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a chicken nugget?
I don't like chicken nuggets, but my
have
granddaughter
you ever
Kali,
had a chicken nugget?
Maybe once or twice.
So you have had iguana ass.
Kali, you're eating iguana butt.
Yeah. So everyone sitting in this room, ladies and gentlemen, has tasted iguana butt. So in the literal sense,
thanks for letting me know.
We've all eaten ass.
Not me.
Speak for yourself, homie.
Yeah, no,
Speak
bro.
for yourself, silly rabbit.
Yeah. So that's Arrow, and that's the Arrow side. And from the hours of like 7 to 4 or whatever, that's what I'm focused on. And then there's
Cool.
the outside work outside of that.
Yes. So I want to chime in again with the safety vibe thing, I guess, or
Okay.
let's call it an industry update.
Yes.
Because as you guys know, the heat is on and it's hot and it gets hotter every year. And I think about places like Arizona and Nevada where it gets really, really hot. So OSHA just the NEP for heat illness was going to expire April of this year, but they went ahead and renewed it for the next 5 years because, of course, it's not getting any cooler and they're still having a lot of injuries with people that work outside in the heat. So that's on. So you still have to provide, the shade. You have to provide the cool water. You have to provide anything that'll help them keep their course cool. So what I did want to share real quick, because hydration is the number one thing that you have to worry about. And the thing about when you are sweating profusely, water, it doesn't give you the electrolytes and the magnesium and the other things that you need to replace the sweat that you're losing in your body. You drink too much water, you get waterlogged, you're at the bathroom, you get a tummy ache. But if you add an electrolyte, not too much electrolytes, but you add an electrolyte and it'll really help with you working out in the heat. Now, something innovative that they just introduced me to is called Solid H. And it's an electrolyte, but it's waterless. So it's like a little...
What?
It's waterless. Yeah. So I wanted to have you guys taste one because it almost, I don't know if you guys remember, or I'm sure they still make them. They're the little tart candies.
see that.
TART. So there's one serving. This one has 4 servings. So you could give an employee,
So if I-
one package and they could have them during the day.
So
Here we
this
go.
is like drinking a gallon of water right
It is
now.
like drinking. Oh, now you're going to get technical on me, but it is like drinking an electrolyte without the water.
What?
So you just put it under your tongue. You put it under
Under
your
the
tongue.
tongue? Mm-hmm. Like a communion wafer?
I thought you put that on your tongue.
Because,
Anyway, put it in your mouth. Let's just do that. Let's put it in your mouth.
about $1 for every time I heard that one.
Now, guys, especially you guys that chew tobacco.
What things are you putting in your mouth, bro?
Tobacco? Híjole. So,
Not long things.
what? This is a round thing. It's not long. Anyway,
Yeah, I do round things.
and you just put it in your mouth. But I wanted to kind of compare it when guys that chew tobacco. They get the tobacco, they put it in here, and they get the immediate result of the effect that they're looking at when they're
It's
chewing
very
tobacco.
tasty.
Of course,
It's very tasty.
it's a tarty taste. It doesn't taste terrible at all, and you get hydrated as if you had, let's call it 20 ounces of an electrolyte, but it doesn't go through your digestive tract. It goes straight into the blood system. So it's faster, and especially if you're in construction, you got work to do. If you're drinking water and electrolytes because it's so damn hot outside, you're going to be in the bathroom all the
Perfect.
time. So this will eliminate you having to go to the bathroom all the time, which is going to save time. And of course, for a superintendent, it'll be like, shit, you're going to save 5 minutes a day each employee. They'll do the math. So it's innovative. It's incredible. It's the waterless hydration. So if you guys want more information, let me know. I can shoot an email.
And that's
Solid
that
H.
little package is 1 serving for one
4.
person.
Well, there's 4 servings in there.
4 servings.
So depending on
Okay.
how hot it is, you'll know because your body will tell you when it's getting dehydrated. You
20,
might start to
28
go,
milligrams of potassium.
and tastes pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. So, right, guys, there's your innovative hydration that I'm sharing with you today called Solid H. You need it, you let me know.
And they can find this at Safety Vibes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is there
Go to our
anything
website.
is there anything you don't sell?
Drugs.
That'd probably be a good idea. Yeah.
So that's an update. It's a very important update because you can die if you overheat. Okay, so all you superintendents or all you people in charge, educate your people, make sure they got each other's back, and let's get through the summer safely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When you bring up a great point, because in the past 2 weeks, I've had probably 2 people gone to the ER from passing out or dehydration. They just feel bad. They feel sick. unfortunately, some of them do end up, passing out, and the ER has to come pick them up.
And by that time, it's heat stroke.
Yes.
And you got like 30 minutes to cool them down, or there's some
brain damage, right?
But
your organs,
damage.
you don't cool the body down, your liver, and you can die, or you can have like a permanent disability.
Yes, but another thing that goes on too is that these, a lot of contractors and people drink energy drinks. So
that's the worst.
That's the thing when they're drinking energy
like the
drinks.
Monsters and
Yes.
the,
Even coffee.
Because it's a habit.
Whoa. Coffee's
Yeah,
good.
it could dehydrate you. So I know this happened because the guy that the recent accident, he was young. He's like probably 26 years old. And, and I was speaking with the safety manager, like, hey, what's going on? He's like, I think in reality, it's that this guy drinks like 3 Monsters a day. And
Problem.
he passes, and they went up and they got the report, and it did say like, oh yeah, this is not, but it is work, it was caused by work, but it's not work related. It's all from high blood pressure from the Monsters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's self-induced. It's not that the contractor's not taking care of them. It's a self-induced thing.
Well, they're not clean ingredients in those things.
They're just bad for you.
Yeah.
A lot of sugar.
No, I think the electrolytes are the safer way. 0 sugar.
All that. Great flavors right now, and you don't want to waterlog because it doesn't replace the electrolyte that you need, and the magnesium and the potassium and so on. And here in California, you go into the valley, we're seeing 100 degrees, 105, but you go to Arizona right now, you go to Nevada, it's like 115, 120.
That's bad.
Can you imagine just our skin alone? I mean, you got to protect these guys with like even clothing to cool them down because And of course, they say if you're from Arizona, you understand that heat and you're good. Okay, I know acclimation is a thing, but if I had to work out there, man, you know what I mean? You got to protect yourself. We are flesh and blood. We are not robots. We are not, we got to take care of ourselves.
I was sent to Arizona once for a week to train a construction rep. It was the worst experience of my life. Yeah. Let's just say that the gentleman in question was a little fruity. So I knew within the first 20 minutes that might not be the role for him.
In the first 20 minutes, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, but it was hot. And that's what I remember the most.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Republic Services checked me into the worst hotel with the worst AC. This is
brutal.
Just a bad time.
That's abuse.
You want to hear a funny story, though?
Let's go.
So the experience, he's a little fruity on the fruity side, right?
I mean, it's all a little suspicious. I went to Arizona to train a fruity.
No. This is your mind, and you sit here and you say that I've been doing Bible study, but look, see, no,
Hey,
I'm giving you
nobody's perfect.
a true story
That
here.
was the past.
No judging.
No.
Nobody's perfect.
Hey,
It's a
just because
pass.
I currently don't have a girlfriend, and I've been out the dating.
He's working
scene,
on it though.
and-
Hard too.
Okay, but I've been abstaining.
So for all the ladies listening, Frank just confirmed that he is single.
What?
You said you don't have a girlfriend.
I
right?
don't have a
'Cause
girlfriend.
I have viewers on TikTok and YouTube.
Oh,
That's what
gotcha. I'm not really looking.
Oh, no.
But,
I just wanted to
I'm just you know.
saying.
But
Anyways, let's
thanks
go
for
back
putting me
to
on the spot.
let's go.
If you get any hits, keep them to yourself. But
Back to Arizona.
no. But back to
Back to
Arizona.
the fruity guy.
Back to the fruity guy. Thanks for putting me on the spot. No, I've gone on a few dates actually, but just with one person.
With one girl.
Just with
There
one
we
girl.
go.
Yeah.
That's
And
progress.
That's good enough.
That's progress.
That's good enough.
Come
'Cause
on.
The other stuff, the multiples,
simple.
that's a lot. Yeah.
Let's go
but
back to
anyway,
the fruit.
back to Arizona. So I'm in there. I meet
the
this
fruit.
guy. Very flamboyant. Nothing against that, man. I love you guys. I love everybody.
Flamboyant doesn't
You know?
necessarily
Yeah.
mean fruity or gay.
Yeah.
My hairdresser's kind of
Well, I'm not
flamboyant,
gonna- I'm
but
not gonna use
he's
those
100% man.
Very
Really?
flamboyant,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
So
Children,
here's
family, all 100% male.
So he picks me up.
Sorry.
In a very pink Mercedes. And
Oh, okay, I take it
and
back.
we're going to job sites. We're going to job sites in this thing. And I'm not saying anything. I just said fruit. But I'm
You
not.
said fruity.
I said fruity pebbles. So I thought this was all a well-planned joke from start to finish. This is first day, pink Mercedes. I'm like, someone
Is fucking with me.
Someone is fucking with me, big time. Okay, and if that wasn't confirmation enough, we go to lunch. I'm not making this up. This is a true story. I do not lie. Ever since I've been baptized.
Okay.
But
Ever since. which is just like last year.
Yeah. So hey, that's a year of complete honesty.
I understand.
Man.
That's
Yeah. So we go to lunch and we're at this restaurant. I forgot what I ordered. Must have been a burger or something. But this kid orders the sausage. And it was a very big sausage. It was a very uncomfortable lunch. I knew then that this might not be the right field for this young person. And I'm so bad. I'm so.
There's nothing wrong with sausages. I love sausages.
As you should. As you should. As you should. But yeah, I thought I was on candid camera, man. I was dying the whole week over there. But you know, I met his husband, and they were super cool people. But it wasn't. You know how these contractors could be. They're you know, on the spectrum a little bit sometimes. But I love you guys too. But yeah, that was a funny story.
Yeah,
that was a funny story.
But
it was super hot.
So why did you have to go to Arizona to train?
There was a time towards the end of my tenure at Republic Services where I was just flying out training people, and someone needed help, and they would send me, and it wasn't fun. Some of it was fun. This particular, you know what? I look back at it now. It's a funny story. So it's
great
cool.
story.
Yeah, but Arizona's not the place to be, man.
Well, right now it is. There's a lot of business out there.
I mean, not for like, well, yeah, for business maybe it's
definitely.
Good. Yeah, but would you move there?
No.
Yeah, Rocio, would you?
I've never been to Arizona, but I always hear it's really hot.
Yeah.
Very, it's really hot for like the full 3.5 months or something, and then it gets really cold. But if you're from there, it's just the way it is. They know how to wear the right clothes and stay in the air conditioning, or they all have pools. I mean, they know how to survive. Yeah. And Arizona's it's up and coming. I mean, they got some huge data centers they're building, so all the properties are up, and ain't nothing wrong with Arizona.
Centers,
if you're
right?
from there, you're
Let's talk about those data centers, because AI is like huge right now. Mm-hmm. And so they're building. My buddy Tom, shout out to Tom over at Clark Construction. You're the man. He's leaving. He's going on this special secret project to Texas.
There's a few big data centers in Texas right now.
Because there's a whole lot of nothing out in Texas, Tornado Alley to be exact. And they're going underground, and they're building these massive data centers.
Underground?
Underground. Because AI needs the storage space. Because every single one of you out there, and don't lie to me, you're going into your phone and you're asking ChatGPT whether or not that man or that woman is good for you. Instead of asking Jesus. No. So you're sitting there and you're typing, oh my God, he did this and he does that. ChatGPT, is this the next is this my next baby's daddy? No, you're gonna have another baby from another dude based on ChatGPT.
Why are you throwing sal?
Yeah. Okay. Let me give me pull up your ChatGPT. I'm gonna go through your chats right now.
First of all, I use Copilot.
All right, Copilot.
First of all, I use Copilot, and I integrated it into the Arrow network, right? Because we got some people that need spell check really bad.
Yeah,
really
we use
really
Copilot
bad
too.
Yeah, use Copilot. I like Copilot.
It's attached to the emails.
It's a little more user friendly.
So
yeah.
I'm trying to
but
use more AI.
The data centers,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So they're building billions.
I didn't know they were going underground, which is smart because it's hot
What's Tornado Alley? They can't build. They can't go vertical.
Makes sense.
So they got to go underground. But here's the thing, right? So my buddy Tom says, if you're looking to improve your career, or if you're looking to get into something useful that you're going to make a crap ton of money in, you got to get into the computer side of things. You got to get into the data center. Do some research on data centers and find out what they need, whether it be electricians, engineers,
all of the above.
All of the above. Anything in relation to that, everything we just talked about right now. Do some research. Use Copilot or ChatGPT for something good other than your girlfriend, and ask it, what goes into building a data center? Oh crap, they need electricians. I'm going to become an electrician for a data center, because this industry is booming right now.
Well, let's save that.
But before you go, he's leaving over there to build these data centers at like 3 times his salary.
There's money flowing by the billions there.
Billions.
And the people that are choosing the right stocks are getting super rich right now.
I'm legit no longer a trash man. I build data centers now.
You're going to Texas? I got friends in Texas. I got some family in Texas.
I do think it's a boom, but I think it's going to be temporary, because, like right now, AI replaced a lot of like the engineers, like a lot of like things that people would spreadsheets, accountants, like people went to school for that. And now AI is advancing so quick. But I do believe that it's, because of the economy, we're so high up. There has to be some type of like inflation is just up the roof. So I think it's right now there's an explosion, which in my opinion, I think it will slow down. And now it's leaving up this gap for personal touch, because right now it's everything's so AI that it's like people really want to feel, and also like skill sets, so like the blue collar,
to keep it genuine,
because it's going to take a long I don't even think it's going to be possible for like robots to be built and to like do what you do. Put concrete, layout. It's still human and still labor. So that's the last thing.
Well, I think eventually we all still need that human side of things.
For sure.
Right?
Well, I think it's more than ever. It's needed, because unfortunately, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen the news. There's been so many people on the freeways trying to attempt suicide. Suicide's really up.
I heard something like that.
Yeah, suicide's really high right now.
Because people are losing their jobs and losing hope and that sort of stuff. Or
I do. Yes, I think it's. I do think the economy, because if you really look at everything, it's so expensive, man. Like, I took my car to a mechanic. I'm like,
everything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have the money right now to buy a new car. Like, I don't need this right now.
Yeah.
And I don't have any kids, but I can only imagine the pressure of someone with a mortgage, 3 little babies.
Yeah.
And then the car breaks down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some families have like 3 jobs.
It's
like
tough.
they have no time for themselves. You know, some single moms out there that are just like trying to figure it out, and you think like, man, it sucks. It really sucks right
because
now
our
for
cost
people.
of our wages haven't caught up to the inflation. I mean, a box, like you guys were talking about Diet Coke, it's gone up.
Zero Coke.
You look
Coke
at,
Zero.
like
Zero.
a piece of meat, steak at Costco, a big package costs you like $50. That's like almost 2 hours, 3 hours someone's working. That's, and that's if they're making a little bit above the minimum wage. If people are just making minimum wage, I don't even know how to do it.
Yeah.
And the minimum wage is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So AI, like they say, it's here and it's moving so fast. And like you said, there's a lot of jobs that are disappearing that used to be done, spreadsheets, all that sort of stuff. And at the same time, there's a new industry that's being born, right? So AI, like you were just saying, even to build the data centers, there's and I'm not an expert at all, but they say you got to cool it. They're going to need like a massive amount of water, a massive amount of power, a massive amount of electricity. So all of the people that are losing their jobs, the best thing to do is to follow where is it that the world is going. So all you parents that have your kids in college and all that sort of stuff, the colleges haven't caught up to where the world is going to be even in 2 years. So point being, we're in construction, we're about the trades. We understand that the next millionaires, guys, are the plumbers and the electricians, because somebody still has to go build those data centers.
For sure.
Now, what happens after that?
Yeah, and even if it's like you said, it's not long term, but if you capitalize, and make your money right now, can you imagine?
Yes.
Like if I was in my 30s, late 20s, I'm a plumber, I'm an electrician.
I'm going to be an electrician.
I'm going to go be an electrician in Texas where it's needed, sacrifice 1 or 2 years out of my life, put some money in my pocket for the next thing, right?
That's exactly what I'm telling my little brother. My little brother's 23, just graduated college. I don't know what he wants to do with his life, but I've dropped things like, hey, you should look into the trades. Oh, not really my thing.
Money's not your thing.
If you go to the office, I always tell him, like, your college entry, you are going to get nothing, and you're going to be sitting on a data. No,
he's gonna get something if he goes to a college or university. He's
he
gonna
did.
get
He graduated.
something.
He graduated.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
see
it.
where we're at? Yeah, high five that one. Yeah.
I mean, my
That's
sister,
what you get.
she graduated from San Diego last year, master's. She's having a hard time finding a job.
That part,
so there's a lot of high
right
level.
there.
And she owes some money probably. I heard somebody say that. Like, how do you guys feel about that? Some guy said it was on social media too, and he's like, the only thing you find at right now, the day and age we're in, the only thing you find at a college or university is debt. You learn more out in the real world if you just get out there and hustle right now, because that is like,
Yes.
okay, you got a master's.
Yeah.
What you gonna do with it? Oh,
Yes.
I work at Applebee's.
Yes.
Yes. Now, where there's a big growth that AI really is unfortunately the mental health of our younger generation, because of I'm sure this thing has a lot to do with it, where there's so much distraction, where they don't know what they want to do. They think that success comes like right away because they're watching these things on social media.
Yeah,
Yes.
see,
And
and we're gonna talk about that because we got something that's gonna fight that
Yes.
here pretty soon.
Yes. The reality is that that's not reality, but it's their
not.
reality. Because I'm like, that's all waste of your time. I can't believe you're spending so much time. But to them, it's almost like an addiction.
They believe it.
That's their life. That's how they live, and it's really sad to watch, because now we have this huge uptick in anxiety and mental health problems with our younger generation.
But what do you call that, Rocio? When you're on the socials and you're they call it something scrolling, and you're just doing it all.
Doom scrolling.
That's what they're doing. They're
Yeah.
doom scrolling all
what
this.
and what does
crap.
it do? It steals your time. And what do the young kids don't know is time is like the only thing that we're not getting back. So instead of doing the things that we need to do to push ourselves forward, so that we're not anxious and that we're not nervous, that our lives aren't moving forward, because this thing is stealing our time.
But it's the people that are releasing this content. They get more views and more analytics.
Well, that's how you
by
do it.
by creating chaos.
They want to do it for the
So
likes
they're-
and
they're not
clicks.
going to give you real information. They're
No,
not.
they
They're not
just-
going to sit there and solve a problem, because if they did that, then they'd be out of whatever it is that they're doing, right? So instead, they'll create chaos
Yeah.
and they'll lead you in the wrong way.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you stupid things like, "Oh, I have this fantastic house that they don't even own. They're leasing or they're subleasing, or or it's an Airbnb, and they're renting that Lambo that's in their driveway, and they're telling you, I build my income on selling whatever."
Yes.
Right? That's
Yeah.
stupid. So stupid.
Yeah, everybody's a sales guru on
Yeah,
high
supposedly.
ticket. That's the new thing right now.
Yeah.
High ticket sales.
Yeah.
Well, the reality is success doesn't come overnight. It takes
No.
time. You need discipline, right? The more disciplined you are, and the more
You need skill.
consistent you are at your habits and what you're learning, in time, like they say, in time is when we get the results. The sad part is people aren't willing to put in the effort. They aren't willing to put in
that's
the.
going away because they want everything to happen so fast.
Yes.
We want that instant glorification, that instant high.
Yeah.
Right.
And the thing is that it's fake.
It's
not
fake.
real. It isn't.
But that's why they're struggling. That's why these kids.
That's why they're
chasing-
anxious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why they're anxious.
because they want that instant emotional thrive and I got it.
Or what do they say? Comparison is the killer of joy.
It's the thief of joy.
The thief of joy, right? And it's so true, because over the 4th of July we went to this like Airbnb, right? Beautiful property, right? And I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. And then my thought was like, man, I have a shitty house.
Right?
Not terrible. And then I'm chilling in my house yesterday watching TV outside. I'm like, I have a good house.
No, but I honestly think your house is your mind, dude. Like you could be like, that's the way I view things now and see things. That I could be like,
Perspective is
it's all in your
everything.
head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because no
Yeah.
matter if you could be plasticed out, you're looking like a hot 10, but
Well,
if your
why are we
mind,
talking about Marisol again?
Mine's natural beauty. Okay?
Plastic out.
Plastic. Oh no, I'm mentioning because
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Marisol. I'm kidding.
I'm gonna edit it out, Marisol. Don't worry.
Marisol's got heart and she's got brains.
Yeah.
She's not just a dummy, a hot dummy. But I'm just saying, like, you could have it all and that, but if you're not happy with yourself, that's why a lot of people you see, like celebrities and drugs, they commit suicide. They have everything they want, but they're not happy internally with themselves. I mean, I think we all have experienced that when we were at a point where we're using outside substances, hanging out with the wrong people, doing things we're not supposed to do. Why? Because we're not happy. We're like running away from our true self.
Yeah.
I was just having that conversation with someone this morning about the need to generate more income. But why? For the nicer things? Because you can have nice things, but do you really have something purposeful in your life?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's more important, right? Like, for example, the purpose I found, and I said these exact words: I will need to generate revenue and income for my purpose in order to help people. But that's going to take care of itself because I've already surrendered my worries and my needs and wants to the only person that can help me. But a lot of people don't trust that, or they feel that they have to do this crazy shit or this crazy shit in order to get up here. But what is your up here, right?
Yeah.
What makes you truly happy?
Yeah.
Is it that Lambo in the driveway or the sixes? Because like you said, you reach a certain level and then after that, then what? Okay, well then now I want a bigger house. And then what? Then you lost years in something materialistic instead of finding what truly makes you happy.
Well, I think at the end of the day, everything belongs to God. You know, we're all here through God's mercy, through Him, and it's for His kingdom. So it's like, you know, if it's going to be for God's kingdom, He will give it to you. And it's always also a wait because God loves His children. Even He had to wait. God had sacrificed His own Son. And it's everything you go through the Bible, it's all struggle. So it's part of, you know, struggling and not giving, because you have to self-develop. That's why we go, you know, through fires. We go through different things in our life. Because if God gives, you know, what you want at that moment, but you're not the person to be able to handle it, you're going to destroy it.
Yes.
Because you destroy everything around you. So you have to become the person that God wants you to become throughout that journey. But at the end of the day, it all belongs to God, because all of us could die instantly like this on the freeway.
And we don't take anything with us.
Yeah.
Nothing that's in our bank account.
It's all God's. Like,
not the home or the mortgage or the, you know, we can when we're up there and He asks us, what did you do with your life? Well, you know, I walked with people and I did the best I could to act accordingly in your image, and I was kind to people, and you know, that's what I mean. At least for me, that's what.
And He wants you to make sure you have forgiven everybody in your life too.
Because He definitely don't want to hear, "Oh, I made a shit ton of money and I clapped a lot of cheeks." He doesn't want to hear that. He doesn't want to hear that, guys.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
The thing, like they say, God expects us to always do the right thing when we can and be the best. So I don't care if you're sweeping the floor or if you're changing the world, you know, He expects us to bring, you know, the best. Of course, love should, you know, we should lead with heart. If we lead with love, you know, a lot of the times we're making all the right decisions so that we're going, you know, in the right place. And like to say, you feel, and so you lead with your heart and you have this purpose that you're fulfilling. So that's, you know, heart and purpose. Money doesn't do that to you. No. Money won't do it. I don't care how much you have of it. It's not going to do that.
Because you always feel a lot better helping someone that can't help you,
100,
knowing that they can't
100.
do anything about it.
The simple truth, like they say, that God gives us, we receive more joy giving something to somebody than if our husband gives us a new car. I mean, don't get me wrong, honey. I'll take a new car, but you know what I mean. You can't feel it. I'm talking about.
The gratification,
you know, like they say, with our heart, and it feels so good. You know, it just feels amazing. Yeah.
So give more, people. Don't be selfish, and all these good things are going to come to you regardless.
Even words of encouragement can really help someone out when they're low.
Yeah.
This was great, guys. So we'll have some other guests lined up soon, guys.
Before we wrap up, do you want to tell the audience about you and Mike?
Yeah, so a lot of you guys know, I'm not going to say he's my best friend. He's a little annoying.
He's a good guy. I really like Michael Diesel King. What's up,
really
Diesel King?
So the DK and I are going to be sitting in this room with some minor changes, and we're going to get into what we just talked about.
And what was that?
We're going to get into some real talk. The show is called Kings of Real Talk. And
so we're going to make us the queens?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All the beautiful, wonderful women in my life are queens, with the exception of about 2 of you who are no longer in my life.
Okay, good.
But
no names, please.
Yeah. But we're gonna sit down. We're gonna have these amazing conversations. We're gonna talk a little bit about business and what fuels us and what drives us and how we do things. And we're gonna talk about our Christian faith and how we're faithful, obedient men. And we're gonna try and debunk some of the bull crap that we're listening out there about get rich quick schemes, how to be an alpha dominant male, and all this other crap that I'm seeing out on social.
Having a roster.
And having a roster. I gotta go to roster. I'm clapping cheeks every night. No, fool. You probably have
Nasty.
herpes and you're broke AF. But we're gonna get into that. The overall premise, and this is really what it is so that hopefully we say something positive that's gonna motivate you and align you in the right direction. And the right direction for us is God, and that is the ultimate push for this thing, is to hopefully bring more people into the kingdom, specifically the youth that we were talking about. So people say Mike and I are a little funny. I like to believe we are. So tune in. We are going to film August 1st. And the first show after that will drop a few days after August 1st. And it's going to be just real conversation, a lot of talking, and hopefully, God willing, with God's grace, it's gonna do the thing that it's intended. Outside of that, I recently was on a show with our good friend Fausto, and I'm looking forward to that airing. I hope it makes the cut. I don't know. But
The cut for shit talking, you're all in, dude.
yeah, I hope so. But we're gonna get back on the Triangle Hustle. So we're gonna plan some exciting things for you guys, our viewers. Right?
Yep. I got some great guests lined up. I just got to finalize everything, and I'm super excited. I'm super excited for what you and DK are going to be doing. That'll be